we've
two
been there,
branches.
yeah.
Two branches. One passes to Calcutta, another passes to
Sorry,
Bangladesh.
this is the Harrow Bridge, and how many vehicles pass through here every day?
71,000
71,000 vehicles
and
pass
5
here every
million
day.
more or less. You know, statistics always doesn't say right. Some say right, some more or less right.
Apparently the busiest bridge in the
And
world.
this is, on the other hand, the Howrah side, and we have the other side is Calcutta side.
It's 5 million people a day.
Yeah. But not all the days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus 5 million people a day crossing this bridge. I mean, it's mind-boggling.
And how many vehicles did you say again?
71,000.
Oh.
71,000.
We'll again.
This is Calcutta, by the way.
Oh, yeah, okay, actually. We have to show the part.
All these beautiful Art Nouveau railings right the way along the street. They're beautiful. It's a lovely old-fashioned post box. This man is making cutting keys. So this is the Oberoi Hotel where Alf used to stay when he worked in India in the mid-70s. He just wanted to drive past and have a look at it.
Thank you.
So this was originally the Black Hole of Calcutta, built in 1726. It got its name through 120 British soldiers that were captured. They were interned in a cell where they suffocated due to the size. Therefore, got its name, Black Hole of Calcutta. So this is now the General Post Office, which was originally Fort William and the Black Hole of Calcutta.
And the memorial of Black Hole was installed here, in that place.
All right.
Later on, but now there is a tree. But in 1940s, it was shifted to St. John's Church. So we will see the memorial in the St. John's Church. And
This is the memorial that was moved from the location of the Black Hole in Calcutta into the grounds in this beautiful church. It's the memorial to the 124 prisoners that died in the Black Hole due to suffocation. They were interned in a cell that was 14 square metres, 124 people. So this is St. John's Church in Calcutta, and we're just about to learn the history.
look, this is for the cars to go inside, and in fact there are stairs. Before Second World War, this was the front portion. And during Second World War, as Japanese came and they bombed Calcutta, air raids. And that's why most of the building, for the security reason, they have changed their entrances. And also to the back. And also they put some barricade on the back side, which I will show you how they put the barricades. So this was originally the front. Now it is back, means altar is this side now. Earlier altar was that side. It is not 60s of the 18th century. He joined as a company employee, and when he came with his family, and he lost his first wife after 6 months of his arrival. Then he decided not to remarry again, but to concentrate in administration. He was doing that. In fact, it was the time, not only 18th century, also 19th century, early 19th century. Most of the European people who came here, they did not survive much days. Because of the battle, because of the climate, tropical diseases and all. They died very early. Hardly they crossed 30, 35 years. So it happened to also for the wife of Hastings. So Hastings then became the Governor General gradually. When he was Governor General, he had to go to Madras for some work by a ship. And on the same ship, one more couple was traveling. As soon as he met that couple, he fell in love with the lady.
Oh.
And some naughty people said that he had given good bribe to her husband, and her husband left her in the safe hand of Hastings. Hastings had two houses. One was called Belvedere House, which is still here in Calcutta. It's national library. And there, Hastings used to live. And another house just 1 kilometer south of that Belvedere House, which is now one women college, which house belonged to Hastings as a garden house. He took her and kept her in that garden house called Hastings House. And as soon as that lady called Marian lived there, she met other dignitaries of East India Company. Second man in the company in Bengal was Philip Francis. He also fell in love with that lady. So I will show you her portrait. And so there was a conflict and rivalry, and then it led to a duel. First sword duel, then gun duel. And then in the gun duel, Hastings became victorious and Philip Francis was defeated and felt insulted. He went back to England and made the opinion of the House of Commons against Warren Hastings, and which led to the impeachment of Warren Hastings. But not overtly for that lady. He showed that Parliament that Hastings had made a lot of financial anomalies in India for the company. So that's why. Then Hastings didn't bother. He wanted to marry that lady. So he wanted a special church. So one of his Bengali friend called Babu or Maharaja, who had given this land, a portion of the land, and because that portion was already for the burial ground of the Christians. So he then built this around the late 80s of the 18th century, and his second marriage was solemnized here. Very interesting, in those days quite a good number of mediocre painters from Royal Academy of England flocked to India because they came to know about Rajas and Maharajas of India, and they also came to know about the elegant lifestyle of the English here. For example, in 1775, one English gentleman wrote to his father that they were 4 gentlemen living in a palatial building in Calcutta, and to serve them they were having only 110 servants, which shows their elegancy. And with this idea, the painters came. They painted portraits of those elegant English people and also of the Rajas and Maharajas, made a lot of money. They also painted different documents.
So inside the church we have this beautiful painting of the Last Supper, painted by John Zoffany, a German artist. It was painted in 1784, and it was restored and unveiled in 2010. This is an original painting. It's absolutely magnificent. So the Victoria Memorial, designed by the British architect Edison. I think it's William Edison. I'm going to learn from our guide shortly. So there she is, the grand old lady, Queen Victoria.
We were inside.
And this very impressive building built in her memory. So this is again the Victoria Memorial. I've got the dates wrong before. It was actually, reconstruction actually started in 1905, and it took 15 years to build. The architect was Sir William Emerson, and it was built in the style of the Taj Mahal, and is nicknamed the British Taj, and it's really, really beautiful. Not as beautiful as the Taj Mahal, but different. It was built a couple of centuries later, so obviously things like windows are there in a 20th century style, but really lovely. And there's the arch with the statue of Edward VII on horseback. And all in marble, and it was Edward VII and Queen Mary that unveiled this magnificent memorial to Queen Victoria.